July 21st, 2017.
This is Nerd Bourbon episode 7. I'm...
And I'm...
I got that sweet dick. I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head all day now.
You're welcome.
We were doing a mic test before we started recording, and I always tell Todd to start talking while I record so I can see if my headphones are picking him up in the Blue Yeti Pro. And he just goes, I got that sweet dick. That's gonna be stuck in my head all day.
You're welcome.
How you doing today, sir?
Pretty good to be off. You know.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So happy about it. It's been a garbage ass week at work, and it feels good to just be here, like just fucking off work, recording the podcast. It's gonna be a good episode.
I don't know about that.
It almost never is. Let's get into. I actually have some not corrections but clarifications music. Let's go ahead and start the clarifications music, please. SGDQ 2016 raised $1,297,924.44. Because I just wanted to clarify, because last episode I said I thought it raised 1.2 million, so that's pretty close. And then the only other clarification I have, I wouldn't really call it a correction, but the boardwalk area from BioShock Infinite that I couldn't remember the name of is Soldier's Field. But that's it. We were pretty perfect boys again last week. So end clarifications music, please. What have you been up to this week, man?
Well, you know, as we talked a couple days ago, I've been playing a little Guitar Hero Live.
Fuck yeah.
Actually, really fun game. Really enjoy the changes in the controls, and
that game is real good.
Yeah, it's actually surprisingly good.
I really wish more people would have bought that game.
Yeah, I definitely feel that.
Because like they changed up the control style completely. I mean, it's like that 6-button layout. You know, the 3 on top, 3 on bottom,
and there's like technically like 9 things you can actually do though, because you can do the you can hold both of them down at the same time, blah, blah, blah. Yeah,
and it feels more, I don't know, it feels more, to me, more natural. It feels more like actually playing guitar.
And that's why it's an interesting thing. It's like, it felt more natural for you, but the thing is, for me, who has never really played guitar, it took a little bit to get used to. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it took a little bit for me to get used to it, too. It doesn't literally... You can't... Unless you're Rocksmith and you're just straight up playing with the guitar, you can't feel exactly like guitar. But it feels a little bit more like... When you have your fingers, you know, when you're kind of doing your fingers almost in a chord pattern, it does feel a little bit more natural than having them all in a straight line like Guitar Hero's past. And I really like... I don't know, I really liked the kind of campaign of it. Those live action kind of recordings with the bands that you're playing with, and shot in really high quality, high definition live action, and there were, you know, like it changes in real time according to your performance.
Yeah.
Which is neat.
It was actually the funny thing is, like, the first one I did, I wasn't used to the controls yet, so I'm just watching this band just shit on me. I'm like,
oh, it's hilarious. If you if you start fucking up, if you literally, the funniest shit to do in Guitar Hero Live is to just start a song and just set the controller down.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
And just watch it like go, like show you all the negative things where like the drummer's just like fucking doing a thumbs down at you, and the audience is like, boo, you fucking suck. The other guitarist is looking at you just shaking her head no.
It hurt my feelings a little bit.
People in the audience are just like making a little sign with their 2 fingers like your dick's small and stuff like that. It's pretty bad. But it's, I don't know, it's just it's an underrated game, man, because, you know, like they kind of took a kind of resurgence of the rhythm game, or tried to have a resurgence of the rhythm game a couple of years ago, because it had been a few years since Guitar Hero and Rock Band had come out, and so they re-released both of them with Guitar Hero Live and Rock Band 4, and neither of them did very well.
Yeah.
But I think at least Guitar Hero Live was somewhat innovative. Like, Rock Band 4 was literally just more Rock Band.
Mm-hmm.
Which is cool and great, but at least Guitar Hero Live tried to do something different. And I kind of wish that they had been rewarded for that. Because I actually thought that game was really cool.
Yeah.
So it's a bummer that it didn't do well, but, them's the breaks. I want to shout out Splatoon 2 because that's coming out today if you're listening to this. But so we haven't played the final version yet because we do record this show early. But we did play that Splatfest Global Test Fire # Team Ice Cream, which did win, by the way. Team Ice Cream was victorious.
Of course. I think in Japan, Cake won.
Well, in Japan they actually had a different Splatfest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in Japan it was like rock versus pop.
Oh well, yeah, Pop won though.
I don't know who won, but
Pop.
Japan actually has different Splatfests than North America.
It had to be Pop though.
Probably so. I'm not sure. Although there is a surprisingly strong rock culture in Japan. Not even just in terms of like contemporary, but they're really into like. There's a whole group of rockabilly kind of 50s fans that gather in Yoyogi Park. And it's like famous. You can watch them just like in the middle of the park, just like dancing with these kind of like 50s like greaser outfits. It's a beautiful thing.
I respect it.
So I don't know, but I mean, what'd you think of Splatoon 2 just in terms of how it plays?
I'm a good old roller boy, and it was good.
They made some cool changes to the roller in Splatoon 2.
Yeah, like it does like a vertical thing now.
Yeah, whenever you're jumping.
Yeah.
Whenever you're jumping, the splash is vertical now, and I like that. And other than that, it functions similarly to the roller did in Splatoon 1. But it's cool that they gave it a little bit more like distance as well.
Yeah.
It does less damage, but it has a better range, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
So, and then I don't know. It's just Splatoon 2. Like, it was just nice that I was still. It was nice to see that I'm still good at Splatoon.
It was weird. I was actually doing better in this one than I originally did in like Splatoon 1.
Did you fuck with any other weapons, or just stick with the roller?
Nah, like you only played like a couple of games, so like
yeah,
I only ended up really fucking around with the roller.
The Splatfest demo was only for like a couple hours, so
I did want to fuck around with the splatties, the dual splatties, but
the dualies.
Yeah, so I'll probably end up fucking with them today.
Yeah, today, because we're playing the game today. But the Splat dualies are fun because you have that dash.
Okay.
So it's not great for covering ground, but for like for actual like PvP, it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you have the Splat dualies and you're like up in somebody's face, I can't imagine you would lose a face-to-face encounter. Because you're just dashing around like an idiot, and it's great. But no, I mean, it's more Splatoon in a lot of ways, but it just feels really nice, has really good stages. I think the music is awesome in this one. I mean, it was awesome in the first one, but it's like already even better in the second one. Can't wait to dig in.
Before you lose your shit into the next little talking point, I'll bring up the fact that I've been playing a little more Overwatch.
Yeah.
I've been playing around with my buddy Ron. When I play with him, I don't really give a shit. So I'm like actually trying other characters that I've never really fucked around with. Like I've been playing Sombra. I've been playing Ana.
You've been playing Sombra?
Dude, I actually like Sombra. Sombra's pretty fun. Now let me tell you this. Like Sombra, if you play her right, she's a game changer. Like,
that's the case with most characters.
Because dude, like I flank like a motherfucker, dude. Like I fuck these tanks up. I was messing around with Sombra. I messed around with Winston, which I always thought like Winston is I don't know. I never felt him until now.
Always shit talking that monkey.
Yeah, always. But now I'm like I'm a proud member of the Planet of the Apes.
Do you see yourself rocking either of these characters in like a normal game though?
It depends. It really depends. Like if I got you tanking, I might end up fucking around with Sombra, or if like I might mess around with Ana if we need another healer. Like some of these characters, like I actually do want to take the time and get even better with them.
Yeah.
Again, like whenever next time me and you play with our little group, it'll be a little It'll be an experience.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to start branching out, but again, I'm still having so much fun with Orisa. Like,
yeah.
Until Orisa starts to feel stale to me, I'm pretty comfortable playing her.
Mm-hmm.
But I have one last talking point here before we get into the meat of the show, and that is the fact that we got that sweet Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer from D23. Man, have you watched this?
No, not yet.
I know you're not a Kingdom Hearts fan.
I still wouldn't mind watching it, like watching the trailer at least.
Fuck, it looks so fucking good. Did you at least hear about Toy Story?
I saw a screenshot of was the main character, Sora.
Yeah.
I saw him in like some like Lego looking shit.
Yeah, they kind of so in whenever he goes to a different world, for some of them he'll have a different outfit so that he doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. Mm-hmm. Even though he still kind of does, but like in the Lion King world in Kingdom Hearts 2, he's a fucking lion. You know, in Halloween Town, he's got his own like kind of Halloween-y outfit. Mm-hmm. So they always kind of give him, if it's appropriate, they give him a new outfit. And yeah, in this one, and so in Kingdom Hearts 3, they announced two things with this trailer. That it's going to come out in 2018. So they say. We'll see. I'm skeptical about that. I want to believe. If this game comes out in 2018, oh my god. Like, I hope it doesn't get pushed. We've been waiting for this game for so many years. I'm ready.
Before you continue, how would you feel if it falls short? If
it falls short of what, expectation?
Yes.
I don't think it will. I mean, if it does, I mean, I wouldn't be... I don't know. It's a hard question to answer because we've already seen... I mean, people can talk shit, but we have seen a good amount of the game. Mm-hmm. The only way I think that the game might fall short is in terms of, like, its story.
Okay.
Because the story is so convoluted now. I feel like people who have played only Kingdom Hearts 1 or 2, and they're going to dive into 3 because of all the hype surrounding it and stuff like that, I feel like they'll dive into Kingdom Hearts 3 and be like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, what? Not having played any of the spin-offs and stuff like that, they'll be like, hang on, what's happening here? Because the story of Kingdom Hearts is just batshit crazy now. It's gotten, like, hard to follow even for me, and I'm a huge fan of the series, and it's gotten hard to follow. So I think the story might fall a little bit short, but the gameplay, I mean, just based on what we've already seen, we've actually, ever since the main reveal, we've seen a ton of gameplay for this game, and it looks magnificent. It looks fun. It looks fast. The combat looks awesome. You know, graphically, it looks amazing. Literally, they announced the Toy Story world, and they showed gameplay of the Toy Story world, and it's awesome. And you could tell immediately what it is, because, like, they show Andy's room, you know, nice. And all the toys come up, and it literally looks like the same quality as the Pixar movies, you know?
Wow.
Like when they come up, you can't tell that they didn't just, like, slap Sora inside of Toy Story. Like, it looks that good.
Okay.
And it's funny because you're kind of wondering, oh, what are they going to do from, like, a story perspective? Because, you know, kind of the plot of Kingdom Hearts is, like, Sora goes to all these Disney worlds for one purpose or another, and while he's there, he kind of helps solve the problems of the characters within those worlds. And usually the problems are caused by the Heartless. And so, it's no different here. And, you know, apparently some of the toys have gone missing and stuff like that, and Woody and Buzz join you to help find them. And they take it out of the house. They actually escape the house.
Oh, shit.
And yeah, and in the trailer, you see them leave through the window onto the roof and into the yard outside. And they're still toy size. So you see these, like, giant trash cans and cars, and you're in the yard, and, like, the blades of grass are, like, as big as you are, you know, almost.
Oh, damn, that's cool.
And it just looks beautiful, and, like, you're fighting Heartless out in, like, the front yard and shit like that. And then later on in the trailer, they go to this toy store called, like, Galaxy Toys or something like that. So it's this big, like, kind of like sci-fi kind of toy store. Almost has the same look of, like, Pizza Planet, you know?
Okay.
And you're fighting Heartless in there, and some of them are in mechs. and Sora can get inside of the mechs.
Oh shit!
And dude, you gotta watch the trailer. It is so good. I mean, it's so and Toy Story, including a Toy Story World, is such a huge piece of fan service because I'll say this. Ever since, because I used to stalk I used to be a big active member on the Kingdom Hearts 2 message boards on GameFAQs before the game came out, like a nerd. I used to live on those fucking forums, and every day you would see somebody be like, "Oh, Kingdom Hearts 2 better have a Toy Story world," And of course it never did. And I've always been one of those guys. I kind of didn't want them to open the Pixar door, I kind of wanted the whole series to just be stuck in traditional Disney animated studios.
I feel you on that.
Just make the whole series about traditional Disney movies. And especially since Disney Studios has been putting out so many good movies lately, like Moana and Zootopia and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They could have totally gotten away with that, with just sticking in that realm. But if you think about it, right, we know about really 5 worlds now. We know about Olympus Coliseum. We've straight up seen Olympus Coliseum. We know there's a Tangled world, because we've seen that too. We haven't seen it yet, but they've already announced that there is a Big Hero 6 world.
Oh, shit.
Because we've seen, Heartless Baymax and stuff like that. And we know that there's we know that Twilight Town is back, because we've seen several shots of fights in Twilight Town.
Okay.
They tried to say oh, this is not Twilight Town, it's just a prototype. No, in this latest trailer, they're straight up fighting outside of the mansion in Twilight Town. You can tell.
Okay.
If you're a fan of Kingdom Hearts, you can straight up tell. And then now we know that there's a Toy Story world, so that's 5 worlds already. Kingdom Hearts traditionally, I don't have the actual numbers in front of me, but this is probably going to be corrections next week. But I want to say Kingdom Hearts probably usually has between 10 and 13 to 14 worlds.
Okay.
But I mean, they could get away with so much. I mean, they could do a Moana world would be perfect. I don't think they're going to do that because maybe the movie's a little too recent. They probably haven't had the raw time to integrate Moana into it. I do think that there's a chance that we might get a Zootopia world, just because A, Zootopia would be perfect for Kingdom Hearts, and B, Zootopia is absurdly popular in Japan. Zootopia is a thing in Japan. So I think that could be a possibility. But I mean, Wreck-It Ralph would be perfect for Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
And I mean, now that the Pixar door's open, I mean, think that's a whole other world of possibility. I mean, fuck, most Pixar movies would work. I mean, an Incredibles world, could you imagine?
That's all I gotta say about that.
So, I mean, I'm just really, really excited for Kingdom Hearts 3, and I'm glad that they did Toy Story as a bit of fan service. I kind of hope that's where the Pixar things end.
Yeah.
Kind of hope that Toy Story's it, and just the rest of it just stick with regular Disney, but anyway, very, very excited. I hope it doesn't slip from 2018. But that's my Kingdom Hearts 3 tirade.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna be a long one, so I was like, let me slide my Overwatch shit in real quick.
Yeah, you get me talking about Kingdom Hearts, and I'm not gonna shut the fuck up. It's just like Breath of the Wild. If you get me started, it's not gonna end.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into the meat of our show. So Todd and I, we were talking a few days ago. I think I was just playing Horizon, just talking to you in Skype, and for some reason or another, I think you and I were both having pizza for dinner that night.
Yeah.
And we get to talking about pizza, and and I think we were talking about it for a few minutes, and you were just like, "No, we should talk about this on the show." And then it just spiraled from there. I'm like, fuck it, let's just do the pizza show. Just do a whole fucking episode. No traditional topics like we normally do. Let's just talk about pizza. Because you and I are both so passionate about pizza, and we have so many opinions, and we have the bodies to match.
We will be your 2 favorite thick boys.
The 2 favorite thick boys talking about pizza in excruciating detail. But I have a few just sort of talking points in a bullet list here that we can go over to spearhead it, and we'll just kind of see where it goes, talking about pizza. So this is I guess we'll call this the pizza show, and you guys can sit back and enjoy these fat men discussing pizza.
Oh Lord.
The first thing I have here, let's talk about our favorite types, our favorite toppings on pizza. What's your go-to?
All right. In the 23 years that I've lived, my toppings on a pizza have changed.
Mm-hmm.
So, at the moment, it's a journey, but I have found my perfect pizza.
Okay.
It is sausage, pepperoni, and hot giardiniera.
Okay.
That is my shit.
Respect that.
Love it. A couple years back, replaced the giardiniera with jalapeno.
Right.
Now, the reason why it switched to giardiniera was because there's a place. I'll talk about it later with shout-outs to local pizza chains.
Yes.
They sliced them jalapenos too thick, and I'm like,
ruins the bite.
That's like I don't want to bite into like those such large pieces of jalapeno. I like some thin slices.
Well, you want the bite to be consistent, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you don't want just huge chunks of shit.
Exactly. So I ended up one day I saw they had hot giardiniera, and I'm like, hey, fuck it, let's see how this goes. Fell in love with it.
Nice.
So, what is your favorite toppings?
It's weird. I have a few go-tos because I love a pizza margarita, with just simple sauce, cheese, basil. That to me is great. I love just the cheese pizza. I'm a big fan of a 6 cheese pizza.
Okay.
I love that because for me the best thing about pizza, or one of my favorite things about pizza, is the sauce. It's not really the toppings, it's the sauce and the cheese.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Because the quality...
A bad sauce can kill a pizza.
Exactly. If your sauce is weak, I don't fuck with you. The sauce, the crust, and the cheese, I think, is infinitely... Those three things are more important than what goes on top of it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
However, with that being said, I've always, growing up, I was always a pepperoni and sausage, standard guy.
Mm-hmm. Sweet pep and sausage.
Yeah, just that, lately I've been experimenting a little bit. If I want to get crazy, I might get some onion on there. I've been on an onion kick lately.
I respect it.
I'm always really on an onion kick, but lately I've been really kind of amping it up. I probably had an onion with my last 10 dishes. And so I might get that on my pizza. I don't know. I just, like I said, it varies with the day. Pizza Hut used to have, and we'll get to talking about this shit later too, but pizza used to have that drizzle, and I used to love getting that buffalo sauce on there. So now I might take a little Frank's Red Hot and drizzle that on the top.
I respect it.
And then a classic thing that I've done this since I was a kid, down south here in Louisiana, we have a seasoning called Tony Chachere's, and it's kind of like a spicy seasoned salt kind of thing.
Okay.
And my favorite thing to do, man, with leftover pizza, is to stick it in the microwave, and when it comes out, sprinkle some Tony Chachere's over the top, and I used to really do nasty shit. I would take leftover pizza and I would dip it in dressing.
I hate you.
Like Italian dressing, like Italian vinaigrette.
Oh, that's okay. Italian dressing, I could see. I thought you were gonna go some nasty shit. I was like, all right.
Well, what'd you think I was gonna talk about?
Like ranch or some nasty shit.
Oh no, I've never been a ranch guy. I like the flavor of ranch. Never liked it on my salad. And I definitely don't dip my wings in it like an animal.
Yeah, the only thing I do with ranch is dipping vegetables or some shit in it. That's about it.
But what's your favorite style in terms of crust types? You like a deep dish? You like what are you into?
I like a crispy thin crust.
So here's the deal, because you live in Chicago, I'm from Chicago, our family is from Chicago. Deep dish is kind of the kind of known thing.
Yeah, it's the Chicago style.
The Chicago style deep dish, but...
Don't care for it.
Well, but here's the thing, though. And I like a deep dish, first of all. But Chicago, I would argue that Chicago even more so than the deep dish, it's even easier to find a tavern-style pizza that's like, that square cut, crispy, eat it with your finger, just real quick, simple bite.
Yeah.
I would say that that's even more common than a deep dish. Because most places have a deep dish if you go to a pizza place in Chicago, but I would say that if you were to order a standard pizza from a pizza place in Chicago, you would get a tavern-style pizza.
Mm-hmm. I feel that.
Is that what you're kind of talking about?
It's kind of like, because that's what I prefer. I prefer a like really crispy, not like cracker thin, but it's a thin crust.
Right, it's a thinner crust. You like it square cut?
Yeah.
So you prefer a square?
Mm-hmm.
I would say I probably prefer a square as well. You can be more fat that way.
Well, it's like you're technically eating the same amount, but it feels like you're eating more.
Yeah. Conversely, on the New York side of things, 'cause my mom's family is from New York. My dad's side of the family is all up in Chicago. My mom's side is all up in New York. And New York style, people think of that thin, kind of Brooklyn style grease bucket, gotta fold it to eat it pizza,
Mm-hmm.
And that is true. But just like Chicago isn't only known for the deep dish, New York is not only known for that style of pizza. They also have what's called a Sicilian. A Sicilian pizza is kind of like a, crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside. I say fluffy because literally it's almost like pizza bread.
Okay.
And, heavy layers of like sauce. It's also known as the grandma style pizza.
Okay.
And it's fucking delicious. And that's up there, man. I love a good Sicilian style pizza. Just really fucking good. And I don't know, it's very traditional. Very when my mom makes pizza at home, that's the type of pizza she makes. And it's fucking delicious. I want to break because the next topic point I have here is an important one. And I know how you feel about this. So I'm just going to ask it. This has been a point of contention with a lot of people. This has been a big talking point when people talk about pizza lately. What are your thoughts on pineapple on pizza?
Fuck you.
Why this time?
I'm just that's just to anybody that like actually likes pineapple on pizza. I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings. I hate it. Like I'm not really big on pineapple in general.
Neither am I.
And it's just like, to me, I've had a pineapple pizza. To me, it doesn't add anything. Just yeah.
See, here's my take on it. Right, one of the things that makes pizza so beautiful, one of the beautiful pizza things, is that you can have it your way. You can put whatever you want on a pizza.
Except pineapple.
Well, here, see, I don't want to say that anything is an abomination or something. Do I like it? No. But if you like it, I mean, that's fine. My girlfriend gets pineapple on her pizza, like, all day long.
Ugh.
She would, and I think it's fucking disgusting. And if we get a half and half and even one of her pineapples touches my pizza, I was like, well, that slice is ruined.
Yep.
I don't want no sweetness. I personally don't enjoy it, but if you like it, hey, like, go for it. I don't like the wars going on where people act like there's a definitive yes or no answer. Do I personally believe that pineapple belongs on pizza? No. But if you want to do that, that's cool. Like you said, I'm not a pineapple fan in general.
Mm-hmm.
My girlfriend, she literally would have a pizza with like just head to toe covered in pineapple if she could get away with that.
That just disgusted me.
She loves it. I mean, she loves it. So, and it's like a texture thing, a sweetness thing, and so, I mean, hey, more power to you. So whenever we always order like as much pineapple as she can get. So, I mean, she loves it, and people, the Hawaiian, is a thing. It is a thing. So, I don't know. There's a part of me, I don't agree with it, but I'll be damned if I don't respect it.
I don't respect it.
What is let's go down. I think this is going to be a big thing. I think this is actually how we started talking about pizza. Yes. Let's talk about our best delivery / fast food pizza chains.
See, people think I'm weird, but I do have a list. A list of I call them shit tier pizzas.
Yes.
Basically being like, you know, like the Little Caesars, fucking Pizza Hut,
Right.
Domino's, like shit like that. So I'm gonna give my ranking right now
Okay.
of the ones I can think of. So Pizza Hut's number 1 for me.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna give it to Domino's. It's gonna be a top 4 because of only 4 that I can remember right now. Okay. Domino's, then Little Caesars, and Papa John's. I hate the shit out of Papa John's. I hate it.
Stop it, Todd.
I'm sorry.
Stop
I hate it.
Todd, stop. You're going to anger him. You're going to anger him.
I'm gonna anger Papa.
You're going to anger Papa John, the destroyer. The destroyer of worlds, the creator.
Let me tell you right now, the only thing I actually do like from Papa John's is that cheesy bread. The only thing I like.
Papa John is going to open one of his 9 mouths.
Bring it.
And sing the song that ends the world.
Bring it then.
And you will be left standing alone to incur the Papa's wrath.
Oh, Lord.
He will stand before you. He will present you with your sins.
Holy shit.
Better ingredients, better pizza, bitch.
Oh, no. One thing I do want to say about Pizza Hut, I'm a little sad that they got rid of the drizzles. I think we did talk about this.
Yes.
So I was a little sad. They got rid of the drizzles, and they got rid of some of the crust flavors.
Yes.
And it was just like, I love
Bullshit.
the drizzle, man. I used to get the buffalo drizzle. Used to get like the roasted red pepper crust. It was delicious.
Yes.
And like I jumped on there. I'm like, I'm going through my online order. I'm like, where the fuck are my drizzles?
Yeah, that's exactly how it was for me. I'm looking at it, I'm like, no.
Mm-hmm. It hurt me. I'm like, what the shit? I mean, I'll still kill some Pizza Hut, but it sucks.
See, that's the dividing line for me now, because I've never been a big Pizza Hut guy. I like Pizza Hut, but the thing that really differentiated Pizza Hut for me was the drizzle. The fact that I could get a buffalo drizzle on it, the fact that I could get those different crust flavors. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, what a cool idea. This is like the closest thing we're going to be to being in Japan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, let's just get stupid with our fucking pizza. I loved that. So I don't know, Pizza Hut, after they got rid of that, they definitely dropped for me. We will still get Pizza Hut occasionally, because Pizza Hut still has one huge advantage, and that's the wings.
Yes. Definitely.
Pizza Hut's wings are on point. They're not like, you get wings from Domino's or Papa John's, you get these little shitty little wings, you know. And Pizza Hut, they actually have kind of an extensive, because they partnered with like Wingstop or whatever, I think.
Yeah.
Or Wing Street or whatever the fuck.
It's Wing Street, I think.
Yeah, and so they actually have a pretty extensive a catalog of wings. So
spicy garlic, son.
So I'll get, I might get some, buffalo hot or garlic parmesan wings with my pizza, and if I'm in the mood for wings, we'll go Pizza Hut. Mm-hmm. But it did get knocked down. We don't order it as much as we used to, because when they had the drizzle, Pizza Hut was all we were eating in terms of pizza.
Yeah, I feel that.
But we lately we've been doing. I'm more of a Domino's fan, and the big differentiator for me is I love Domino's sauce.
Okay.
Their sauce has like a kick to it that I really enjoy. It's like spiced. It's got like a good spiciness to it. And, their cheese is whatever. Their crust is whatever. They do have that, like, kind of buttery garlic crust.
Yeah.
Now that I respect. But it's the sauce, man. That sauce really kind of sets it apart for me. And it's fucking cheap. And our Domino's has a drive-thru, so I can legit order online, leave my house, and by the time I get there, it's ready. And I can just pick it up and bring it home. And it's literally, like, $12 for my girlfriend and I to both get a pizza. On pizza night, you can't really beat that.
Yeah, I feel that.
I do like Papa John's. I was joking earlier about him being a benevolent old god. but I do like Papa John's. It's a recent revelation. I was with you for a while because I know you don't like Papa John's.
So you betrayed me.
Like I said, I was with you for a while. I started eating it again because my girlfriend, she works about 15 minutes away from home, and she has a Papa John's right next door. So every now and then I'll be like, hey, stop in, grab a Papa John's pizza and bring it home with you on your way home from work. And I gotta say and here's the thing: the differentiator for me with Papa John's is their cheese.
Okay.
Their cheese is really good.
That's why I did say the only thing I do like is their cheesy bread.
Yeah, their cheese is on point. I would say that Papa John's, out of all of the fast food shit tier pizzas, Papa John's by far has the best cheese. And maybe the best ingredients in general, except for their sausage. I hate their sausage. Mm-hmm. They have like a breakfast crumbly sausage.
Yeah, it's not good, dude.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
But I love that cheese, man. So like we'll order we'll order their 6 cheese, and I mean it's delicious. And the real bummer about Papa John's is that crust. Their crust sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the reason they got to put like a fucking sport pepper and a fucking little tub of garlic dipping sauce with it, because they know their crust sucks. Mm-hmm. And you got to dip it in that garlic butter just to make it salvageable. It's not the style of the crust, because it is a fluffier crust, but it just has no flavor to it at all. It's totally bland. But the cheese is so good. And I do want to give a shout out to Little Caesars.
I'll always give a shout out to Little Caesars. Come on, for that price.
For that price, dude, my girlfriend hates Little Caesars with a passion. We drive past Little Caesars, and she literally has, like, a violent reaction to it.
That's terrible.
Like, we drive past when she's like, starts having, like, a mini seizure and shit. She hates Little Caesars.
Like, I could legit go to Little Caesars just to get some crazy bread.
Bro, I mean, a $5, large, large pizza, hot and ready.
I think they did actually increase the prices.
I think they upped it. It's like $7 now, I think.
I don't give a shit. Even $7.
That's still a great deal to walk in and get a hot and ready pizza. Like, and it's not amazing, but it's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
It's pizza, you know? It's not like the best pizza in the world, but it's not bad at all. I mean, I think Little Caesars is totally serviceable pizza for that price.
Definitely.
I mean, I gotta give them a shout out for them still remaining. Frankly, I thought Little Caesars had closed.
No,
but, I mean, they're still totally in business. And I got to give them credit for that. We used to eat Little Caesars when I was a kid. You know, my mom had stints when we were younger where she was, before she got married to my stepdad, where she was just a single mom. And, I mean, Little Caesars back then was the go-to, man. I mean, that was a $5 pizza. You couldn't beat it.
Yeah.
And I used to do martial arts. I used to do karate when I was younger. And right next to the karate studio, the dojo, was a Little Caesars. So that was the tradition. Every week I would go to karate practice, and right next door, my mom and I would walk over and we'd eat Little Caesars afterwards. And I don't know, man. I have fond memories of Little Caesars. I got to give them a shout out. I want to save the shout outs last. I'm going to switch up the order here that I have it on our show notes.
No problem.
Let's talk about our favorite frozen pizzas.
Okay. I have a couple.
Okay.
I technically can give the shout out. This is gonna show up twice.
Because you and I are frozen pizza boys.
Oh, of course.
That's a constant in our diet.
So, for me personally, like off bat, like my favorite frozen pizza is Jack's. It's simple. I enjoy it. It's a cracker thin crust.
Jack's is good.
It's a greasy son of a bitch. I enjoy the shit out of it.
I do enjoy Jack's.
Let me run through. Tombstone's good. I'll fucking destroy a Red Baron.
Yeah. Red Baron's got that real thin crust.
Oh yeah. It's a thin crust, but it's also a little. It's got a little fluff to it.
It's got some fluff to it. Or no. Tombstone's the one with the really thin crust, right?
It's
like Tombstone.
Thin, it's thin, but it's not too thin. It's.
The thing about Tombstone is it's one of those pizzas where like it goes all the way to the edge. Mm. Like the toppings and the sauce and the cheese. Like it has no standard crust. It like goes all the way out.
Yeah. And I think you've had it, but Screaming Sicilian.
Oh, Screaming Sicilian, yeah.
Holy shit, the first time I had Screaming Sicilian.
Screaming Sicilian is legit.
Yes.
That's a good pizza.
Yeah, that is honestly probably like if I'm in the mood to splurge a little bit, I'm gonna get a Screaming Sicilian. Delicious. Now I said there's something that's gonna show up twice because it is an actual restaurant, and they also have the frozen pizza. Home Run Inn.
Okay, this must be a local thing.
It is a local thing.
Okay.
Home Run Inn. The thing with their frozen pizza is it legitimately tastes like you're actually at the restaurant.
Right.
And it's just funny because there's another pizza where I absolutely hate the restaurant,
but their frozen pizza good?
Is actually good as shit.
Wow. Okay.
It's Connie's.
Connie's.
Like,
okay.
Another like local joint.
Man, next time I come up, I'm gonna have to dip into these local frozen pizzas. Yeah.
Absolutely hate the shit out of Connie's, like the actual place, but love their frozen pizza. Shit's next level. Like,
that's hilarious.
I tried it. I'm like, what the fuck? Because I usually when I see like how your girlfriend is to Little Caesars, that's how I am to Connie's. I get a violent reaction. I'm like,
I mean, I've never heard of Connie's. Is it like a big chain?
That's not like super big. There's probably like was it like two or three of them?
Okay.
There's one like legitimately down like a couple minutes away from where I live.
Okay. The Chicago thing specifically? Just in the Chicagoland area?
It should only be, yeah.
Okay.
Because I know there's one on downtown, like on State and something, and then there's the one that like it's on like past Archer and Canal. Oh shit, people are gonna find out where I live.
All right. You're not specific enough.
Good. That's how I.
And also, nobody listens to this shit.
But that's kind of where I'm at frozen pizza wise, because I'm gonna be real, DiGiorno's overrated.
See, this is where this has always been a point of contention with us. I love DiGiorno. Is it overrated? Yes, I will say that. But I fucking love DiGiorno. I'm a DiGiorno boy. My girlfriend also does not like DiGiorno, so we actually don't get it very often. But here's the dividing line. And this is it's a yes or no question, and it will determine if you like DiGiorno or not. Is if you like their crust.
I do like their crust, but the thing is, I'm still gonna say it's overrated.
So then, what don't you like about it? If you don't like the crust, or if you do like the crust, rather.
See, I feel like DiGiorno does too much.
I mean, how so?
I'm a simple boy, man. Again, I like overall, I always find myself getting a Jack's over like any of those other pizzas.
I think DiGiorno's pretty simple. I mean, I just get a standard, pepperoni and sausage DiGiorno, and it's pretty fucking good. And the crust, though, I really, for Anastasia, she, my girlfriend, she hates their crust.
Really?
She hates how fluffy the crust is.
See, I respect I'm more of a thin crust guy, but I do respect fluffy crusts.
I like a fluffy crust. Again, it reminds me, I'll call back that Sicilian style, New York style pizza. DiGiorno is kind of similar to that.
Okay.
It's got that crispy, bottom, but the inside is nice and fluffy and has a little bit of a chew to it. And I like that. And I also really like DiGiorno's sauce. Has a little spice, but it has a weird, a weird sweetness to it that I like. A little bit of a sweet note, not overpoweringly sweet, but it does have a little bit of a sweet note to it.
A little extra oomph.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think their toppings are pretty solid, and I don't know, their cheese is whatever, but I really enjoy DiGiorno. DiGiorno has got to be my go-to. Like you said Jack's. Jack's is a good pizza. I've had it several times and I've enjoyed it each time. Tombstone was kind of a go-to, especially growing up, because they came in that, Tombstone comes in that plastic. It basically just the entire pizza is right there. It's not really in a box.
Yeah.
Very stackable. You could legit just buy 10 Tombstones and fit it in your fucking freezer and be set for months, or a month if you're me. But I love a Tombstone pizza. I love a Red Baron. When I worked at GameStop for 6 years, and I had a tradition where my Walmart used to carry. I don't think they do it anymore. They used to carry Red Baron pizza by the slice.
Really? Okay.
They still do that or no?
I don't know. God no.
I don't think they do. But basically, what it was in a little triangular box, and it was 2 slices of Red Baron. And you could get it in supreme or cheese or pepperoni or whatever. And I would go to Walmart, which is right next door to my GameStop. I'd walk over there on my lunch break. I would grab one of those and a soda, and I would be set. And just eat a Red Baron pizza. And it came with one of those crisper trays, that the same kind of shit that they used to cook a Hot Pocket and get a Hot Pocket crispy. You just stick that shit in the microwave for 2 minutes and you're good to go.
Okay.
Really good. I want to give a shout out to Wild Mike's. You have Wild Mike's up there?
Never had it.
Do they have it up there though?
I don't think so, dude. I don't remember seeing Wild Mike's before.
Wild Mike's is good. And the thing that I respect about Wild Mike's, it's fucking massive. That pizza's it's like an 18-inch pizza. I mean, it's huge. A really, really solid pizza. Good cheese, good crust. I know we kind of touched on most of it. Screamin' Sicilian, again, really good. Screamin' Sicilian, the thing that I love about them is they just get fucking retarded with their, like, toppings.
Yes. The one with, like, all the bacon, you're just like, what the shit? Then there's, like, the regular, just the sausage one. I forget what it's called, but it's just legitimate boulders.
Yes.
Damn thing.
I love getting their cheese because they have just hunks of fucking fresh mozzarella.
Yep.
Oh my god, like it's next level shit. And they also just do some dumb shit, like they have like a cardboard mustache.
Yep.
That you cut out, and it should maybe it should like halfway offend me as an Italian, but the pizza's so good I don't care.
Right.
But they always have like good names for their pizza. You know, it's just a really solid brand. They come in like this nice like kind of cardboard box, and there's always like funny writing on it and shit. I really respect Screaming Sicilian. And before we move on from the frozen pizza, I do want to give one shout out to Walmart's pizza. Walmart's frozen pizza.
Okay.
Not Sam's Choice, not like that Great Value shit. I'm talking about the Walmart Deli frozen pizza.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, like the take it and bake it one.
I really love it a lot.
Could I actually speaking of a take and bake pizza?
Yeah.
My job recently got their own take and bake pizzas.
Ooh. You try it yet?
And no, because I'm on the Facebook page for my store. And I'm just watching everyone just shit on it in the comments.
Oh no!
Like it tastes like shit. It's making me sick.
Oh god!
I'm dying. I'm like in tears reading this
Jesus
shit. I'm like,
Christ.
Aren't
you like morbidly curious though? I mean, the job's already killing you emotionally. It might as well kill you physically.
It is killing me physically and emotionally.
Well, it might as well kill you with pizza.
It's the final nail in the coffin right there.
The best way to die is to die by pizza. I mean, come on. But the Walmart Deli pizza is a really fucking solid pizza, man. Like, and what I respect about it, I mean, you can get an extra large for like $9 or some shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, it's like $9 and the shit'll barely fit in your oven, and it has like what I like about it. I'll get the meat lovers. It's got like pepperoni, sausage, salami, fucking ham, fucking like they put hunks of beef on there. I mean, it's just a loaded bacon. I mean, it's just a loaded pizza. I mean, it's like heavy, you know? Like I said, I'm not normally a big toppings guy, but I will go crazy on that shit.
Okay.
And it's really solid, and you can at the same time, right next to it at the same time, you can get some garlic bread or some breadsticks that you just pop in at the same time as the pizza. And I mean, it's just legit. They're doing it right at the Walmart Deli. I got to give a shout out to the Walmart Deli in general. My Walmart Deli, anyway, is pretty solid. I'll get my lunch meat there, and they'll actually slice it as thin as I like it. Because you know, up north, you guys have a deli. Delis are a dime a dozen up north, but down here it's like rare for some fucking reason. Delis and diners, man, there's none of them.
Yeah, I feel that.
So it's depressing as a northern boy to be living down here, and there's fucking nothing. So the Walmart Deli, I will shout out. My local Walmart does a pretty good job with the deli. They'll slice the meats and the cheeses as thin as I want, but and their pizza's pretty fucking good. So that's before we end the pizza show here. Let's shout out some local pizza chains.
All right, I'm gonna go first.
Yeah, you got more to talk about.
It's a little hole in the wall. It's like a couple blocks down, dude. Honestly, some of the best pizza I've ever had in my life.
What's it called?
Skate 4.
Oh god damn Okay, that's my favorite one you've done so far. I completely forgot about that. That's the best one you've done yet. I gotta give you props for that one. Oh Jesus! fuck, I don't think I've mentioned Breath of the Wild in this episode. Damn.
Well, now you have.
Oh, I have?
Well, technically.
Well, I guess now, yeah, fuck.
But no, it's some real shit. There's a place down a couple blocks away though. It is. I've only had it like 2 or 3 times. Mm-hmm. If that. It's some of the best pizza I've ever had though. It's Phil's Pizza.
Okay.
Fantastic, dude. Then, shit. Home Run Inn, like I just said, like the actual restaurant's fantastic.
Okay.
Fuck Connie's. That's kind of like the local places. There's like the one place I used to order, but they burned me. Pizza Nova.
Yeah, you told me about
that. Yeah, they burned the shit out of me. I was like, I haven't ordered from them in a long time because of them. Because like, oh man, it's like I gave them a second chance and they still burned me.
So what did they do exactly?
It's like someone was. I feel like they just didn't cook my pizza long enough.
Really? It was like doughy?
Yes.
Oh god.
It hurt me. I'm like, come on, bro.
Really? They're fucking up over there, huh?
I'm like, maybe they got better, but I'm like,
you know what kind of oven they use over there? You ever been inside?
Nah, I've never actually been inside there.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think what other like local joints are the best.
You're forgetting Rick Benny's, man.
Oh, there you go. I knew I was getting there. There's 2 other places I was thinking about. Rick Benny's, and there's actually a place that opened up, and I'm gonna call it the cursed spot.
Oh God.
It's a spot, this little strip mall thing, that I've seen so many things go in and out of that certain spot.
Yeah.
This one's been lasting. We gave it a try. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not. It's called Brandy's. It's really not bad. Like I actually really enjoy it. I would order it more, but I haven't really been ordering pizza as much as I used to.
Mm.
But yeah, man, Skate 4.
We gotta shout out Rick and Benny's, man, because Rick and Benny's last time I came up there, we did some disgusting shit.
Yeah, okay, we gotta tell that story. Okay, so we got like a large, didn't we?
Oh yeah, that was a large.
Like I think it was bigger. I think it was like almost a party size, dude.
Don't tell me that.
It was bad, dude. It was bad. Like we're sitting there. I think we were watching.
It was SGDQ.
Yeah, I was saying SGDQ was going on, and we got that
a few years ago. It was SGDQ like
fries.
2015, I think.
Yeah, we got a large, like a fucking party size pizza, chili cheese fries, and we're sitting there just going in on this pizza, just going in on it.
Well, we should say to be fair, we had just gotten out of like a 8 or 9 hour car ride because we had just got back from Kentucky.
Yeah, you're right.
So we were like hungry, ordered that Rick and Benny's, and we fucking crushed it.
There's no excuse for that though. There's no excuse. We sat there and there was like fucking 3 or 4 slices left, and we looked at each other and we're like, fuck it.
We just gonna do this? Is it go time? It's like, fuck it. There's not gonna be any leftovers. Let's just kill this right now.
I sat there and I questioned myself.
Shit. We went in on that fucking pizza, dude. I think everybody else was just like, really though? Did that really just happen? Yeah, that was some next level fat assery there.
Mm-hmm.
I did get it. I love Rick and Benny's pizza, but that's always one of those things when I go up there. I'm like, can we get some Rick and Benny's?
Yeah, I feel you on
that.
But
I did have a taste of those chili cheese fries. Those chili cheese fries are on point.
Oh, dude.
I enjoyed them.
Anytime I order from Rick and Benny's, I get them.
They had beans in them. I'm not a beans fan. But they were on point.
It works for it, though. It works for it.
It does, yeah, it worked. I mean, it was just, that chili had a nice flavor to it, and they didn't like fuck up on the fries. A lot of places they'll give you that soggy ass fries.
Oh Lord, I already know.
Rick and Benny's has a solid chili cheese fry. My local pizza is not a huge deal around here, but I do want to give a shout out to a couple of places. I live in a pretty small town in Louisiana. We have a place called Fox's. Fox's Pizza is really solid. It's really fresh, friendly people, good atmosphere. You go in there, they have this thing called a wedgie, and a wedgie is a sandwich, and I'll get like a bacon, steak, and cheese wedgie, but the bread is pizza dough, like pizza crust.
Okay.
and it's pretty legit. You can get like a 9-inch wedgie or whatever, and it's literally it's bacon, steak, cheese, maybe some lettuce and mayo, and it's a really good sandwich. They also do like spaghetti and they have wings and stuff like that. Not super great wings. I've had it a couple times. But their pizza is legit and cheap. You can get this thing called a Big Daddy. I think it's like a 28-inch pizza, it's like in a big rectangle. And I mean, you feed the whole family and it's like $20. Like 20, 22 or something like that. My family gets that all the time. Whenever we're having like a get together. I'm gonna shout them out. They also do square cut pizza, which I like. We've already established that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
I gotta shout them out. I also want to shout out this place that used to be open on Highway 10, about 10 or 15 minutes away, and I only went there a few times. They recently closed. It was actually really sad. One of the owners had cancer, and so they had to close. And they're really good people, but they had to close the business. Obviously in light of that. And he's in recovery now. They're really good people. I've known them for a little while from coming into my job and just chit-chatting with them. Just really good, solid people. And he's in recovery now, but they did have to close the business while he was undergoing treatment. And but they had really excellent pizza. They would actually get their ingredients. They would get them from Wisconsin, like their cheese literally shipped to them from Wisconsin.
Nice.
So they actually had good, solid cheese. And just a really nice people. It was in a little fucking hole in the wall on Highway 10, which is like nothing going on there. So they didn't do very good business, but they were great. And that's about all I have in terms of local pizza. We got this new place called Gilbert's, which we've had once, and it's good. It's not amazing. And we have this place called Philly's Pizza, which is they have that kind of New York, kind of Brooklyn, kind of greasy, foldable pizza.
Okay.
And I love it, but Anastasia doesn't, so we don't really eat there. And that's where I get my gyros from. That's the Euro place, and they've been open for I don't know, probably a year and a half, 2 years now. So it seems like they're there to stay. They got a good gyro, which is hard to find down here. So shout out to them because they are keeping the dream alive somewhat. Joe the owner, he's from New York, and he's a Greek guy, and he does a pretty good job up there. Their tzatziki sauce is weak. Or tzatziki sauce, or whatever the fuck it is. Tzatziki, that's what it is.
I'm gonna be real. That shit can kill me if it's a bad one.
It's weak, right? It's weak. Their meat is good. Everything is good except for that sauce is weak. It's not bad. The flavor's still there. That cucumber flavor is still there, but it is weak. It's a little too muted for me.
I feel you on that.
But this isn't the Euro show, Todd. This is the pizza show. And
shit, I can do a Euro show next week.
Just fucking God. Our fat asses just do food-based shows week after week. But I think that's about it. I think we've covered our pizza ground. Is there anything else you want to mention before we close it out?
Well, I think we're good.
All right, man. Well, I think that's gonna do it for us on our fat ass pizza-based show this week. Thanks for listening. We'll see y'all next week. Bye.
See ya.
Snaj de pop, Steve Rida, Snyder